Hello friends, my name is Leigh. I make videos about photography as an art and as a lifestyle. Today we are in the beautiful and pretty toasty Sonoran Desert just outside of Phoenix, Arizona, and I am here with a brand new camera that I'm very excited about, the Insta360 X4. This is a 360-degree camera that can capture in 8K. Holy smokes, everybody. When I saw that Insta360 announced this, actually before they announced it, they teased that something was coming out in 8K. I shot an email off to my contact as fast as I could saying, please, please, please send me one of these. I absolutely want to try it. I'll get around to why 8K is a big deal to me and why it may be to you. But today I am just going to have a good time as it cools down, hopefully a little bit on this hike. I'm not exactly sure what route I'm gonna go on, but I know that I'm gonna capture a bunch of 360 footage and you all can check it all out. I will talk a little bit about, like I said, why 8K is important to me, why I really like these 360 cameras, what I use them for, what you might use them for, and also a little bit about editing the footage, because editing 360 footage is absolutely a little bit different than editing regular old 4K or 1080p footage. So let's do this. Okay, friends, I am crouching, nay, I'm going to sit in the dirt here, in the shade, because it's really hot, and it's only 5:17, and sunset isn't until like 7:30, so I have a lot of time, even if I go the long way back to the car. I've only seen one person on the trail so far, a mountain biker, which corresponds to the one car that I saw in the parking lot, potentially. So anyway, the reason I stopped to chat with you, other than that I need to cool down a little bit, is that I wanted to talk about the app. The Insta360 app is one of the best camera apps that I have ever used, if not the best. It just works. That's it. It just works. This camera in particular connected so fast. It was amazing. And I know that I'm using a lot of big words. Amazing, so fast, fastest. But I'm serious. I am filming myself a lot. And to be able to use the app to see what I'm capturing is just the best thing ever. You may or may not be able to see this, but I am able to move around the 360-degree view in the app to see what is in my shot, all 360 degrees of it. And it just keeps working. And you can press record, and I'm just telling you, it's amazing. If you've ever struggled with filming yourself for anything, to be able to have your phone handy, even though this X4 actually has a really big screen on it, and I have found that so far to be great, as you would expect. Anyway, everybody, I'm going to sit here for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to get back to going up this little hill to where you will see a very cool vista. Let's interrupt to check out Insta360 Studio, where I take the 360-degree footage and mold it to my whims. For the shot you just saw, here's what I'm doing. The first bit of footage is where I was getting the tripod set up and making sure that the camera was stable, so I'm going to cut that part right out by clicking and dragging. And then I am ready to modify the footage. I want to create a keyframe as the starting point of this clip, where I frame it up however I want. There are options here for how the footage looks. I typically choose de-warp because it provides me the most natural look, especially when the footage is moving like I'm about to do. As I click and drag on the footage itself, you can see the coordinates moving down below. Now, to add a keyframe further along in the timeline, this is where the footage will move to. I want the footage to simply pan from my first keyframe to here. Then I can play back and make any adjustments. In this case, I'm adding another keyframe to the footage to zoom in. This is where having 8K footage becomes useful. Because I am producing the video in 4K, I have quite a bit of room to zoom in on the footage and retain video quality. I also utilized the 8K size benefit in this clip from earlier in the video, where I also used the tracking feature in Insta360 Studio to track me walking into the frame. Basically, this just means that I can take this little camera, set it down, press record, and then later on frame up the footage in any way I want, including zooming in. My only caution here with the zooming is to not zoom in too much on people, because skin tones can be a bit grayish and definitely the texture can be a bit mottled. For me, this hasn't been too big an issue because I typically am relatively small in the frame when I'm using an Insta360 camera. Well, friends, I have two things to say. Number one, keep your eyes on the trail and not on your phone, because I just almost stepped on a snake back there. I don't think it was poisonous. Not really sure. Couldn't take a picture of it because it slithered away too fast. And number two, I really like this camera. It's going to be my go-to. I do really also enjoy the Insta360 RS 1-inch edition. I will continue to use that one, especially in low light situations, but this X4 is smaller and lighter, and it has the 8K capability, which makes this camera just all around more flexible in terms of kind of everyday use and doing my B-roll, doing my little action camera style shots. If you're interested in using a 360 camera, I definitely recommend this one. It's great. Every Insta360 camera I've used has been fantastic. And like I said, it's easy to use, and that is of utmost importance probably for anybody. But you know, I'm out here, it's hot, I'm by myself, I'm trying to get the shot and keep going as I'm hiking miles and miles in the heat. Although let me tell you, I'm in the shade right now and I could not be happier. It's so nice. But I probably still have at least a couple of miles left on this hike. But I think I'm just going to wrap this up here. I will put a link to this camera in the description of the video, along with all of the accessories that I have. That case, oh my gosh, I love that case. That's it, everybody. Thanks to Insta360 again for sending this camera. I adore it. And thank you for watching.